What's up, guys? It is Advanced Boss here today with a video, a reaction video, if you will. And as you can see clearly by the video in the background, it is 2026, and we are still talking about one of the greatest games ever made, Resident Evil 4. This game came back out in 2005. This game is over 20 years old, and there seems to be a little bit of tension involving this game and Resident Evil 4 Remake, which came out 3 years ago. Now, I have some feelings about this because if you check anywhere on social media and definitely YouTube, the big to-do has been Crowbcat's video of late. And I've watched like the first 5 minutes of it, and I was like, this is poetry in motion. So in wasting little to no time, I said, you know what, let me just stop the video. I am going to have to do a reaction video to this. And granted, if you've been watching this channel briefly, you have not heard me talk about anything survival horror Resident Evil, but do not get it twisted, guys. I love Resident Evil 4. I mean, I have the game multiple different ways right here. GameCube, Nintendo Wii, even got the damn demo disc, okay? And before anyone really wants to call me a fraud, I mean, do I gotta say more? Or maybe I do. Maybe I do. Well, needless to say, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Resident Evil 4, all right? So keep that in mind. Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games, a heartfelt game, and I'm going to definitely watch this video and give you my take, my reactions on it. And just to give you even like more validation or more proof this game is goated, right here I have Edge magazine presents the top or the best 100 games ever, right? The 100 best video games. This magazine I bought in 2007. So this book is almost 20 years old, right? And without further ado, we get to, drum roll please, what is the number 2 game of all time according to this? Wow, it's Resident Evil 4. So, according to them, this was the second best video game ever made in the year of 2007, okay? So 19 years ago, they knew how important and how revolutionary this game is. Hell, I mean, the video's going to talk about it, but every video game damn near has taken this camera's perspective and has just ran with it for the last 20 years, dude. This game is so damn important to the video games. It's almost like a detriment to itself because every game has tried to copy this formula for the last 20 plus years, to the point where even Capcom decided to just redo it again. Now, looking at my Twitter timeline, apparently there are some people on here who do not agree with Mr. Crowbcat. It is like really polarizing, but we all know that Twitter is not a real world. You know what I mean? They'll say anything. They will defend slop on here like it's no one's business. I'm just giving you just a brief sample. I'm not about to click on anything and read any of these damn tweets, but just believe me, just type in Resident Evil Crowbcat and you will see some takes on here that just totally go against the grain of what this video is talking about. However, I seem to agree with this fine young man's video. I think he also has some videos before in the past that are really good, but I actually remember watching the Soul versus Soulless Resident Evil 4 comparison. I had no problem with that video. In fact, if anything, look at my Xbox account, because I own Resident Evil 4 Remake on my Xbox account. I'll probably do a good favor right now putting the achievement list on the screen right now. Dude, I stopped playing this game about 3 years ago to the day, almost, because I just wasn't interested in it. Like, there was something just missing, or something was just like, you know what? I'm good on this one, dog. In fact, I didn't even buy the game. I was gifted this game. This game was given to me for free, and I still didn't want to like really go on and continue with the game. So let that be a foreshadowing of how I view Resident Evil 4 Remake. But without further ado, let's get this video and let's see what this gentleman has to say about Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Most of the creators in Capcom feel that unless you start bringing in originality into the video games and don't keep doing rehashes, then the video game industry itself is going to hit a major crash eventually. People are going to lose interest in games if they keep churning out the same things over and over again. And we at Capcom, we want to keep making games. That's what we live for. So in order to make sure there is an industry to support...
That's that right there. That gentleman, Shinji Mikami, that's the GOAT right there. Inventor of Resident Evil, and also doesn't get enough credit for inventing the Evil Within series too, which is quite frankly a great Resident Evil game that just doesn't have Resident Evil on it.
For us making games, we have to act now, and one of the things we're doing is making original games.
Okay.
Resident Evil 3, the remake, is just about out there in the wild, and it appears to be another great remake from Capcom. Capcom's really just hitting these remakes out of the park.
This video is less than a minute old, and I'm already getting upset because Resident Evil 3 Remake is dog water. It is turn that 9 upside down to a 6. I would have a more accurate belief of the review. That game is not amazing. Look, you don't need me to regurgitate this information. I despised Resident Evil 3 Remake. And just make sure we're clear, Resident Evil 2 Remake, chef's kiss. Love that game. Part 3, ass. Okay? Just so we're clear. I'm just not being some I hate remakes guy. No. I like good remakes.
It's got everyone wondering what will be the next Resident Evil remake.
Yes, please. Thank you, Capcom.
Thank you, Capcom.
Thank you, Capcom.
Yes.
You hear the Spanish music, you see the forest, that, you know, we're all shitting our pants.
Last of Us?
Did you hear these casual gamers? Last of Us. Now, keep that in mind. They see some little guitar twang playing in the background and some trees, and they automatically think Last of Us. Keep that in mind, people.
Last of Us?
The multiplayer for Last of Us 2?
Obviously going to be excited, obviously going to play it when it comes out.
We are eating well as Resident Evil fans.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Except in the back of the players' minds, in the back of the developers' minds, there's this quiet, unspoken truth, which is, yeah, but if we're being real here, this is just a cash-in. This is not a legitimate artistic effort.
I mean, he's not wrong. Resident Evil 2, like Resident Evil 2 Remake, I'll give them credit. They really tried with that one. But as you can tell that they saw the money they made and said they just say crank out that part 3. And then they saw how successful and easy it is and how much people just gobble this stuff up. Like, yeah, make part 4 as well. And look how, just look at the logos right here. Look how the artistic, you know, the non-AI just effort. Somebody actually drew this stuff. This just a blank template. Put a red R and a red E, put it in Arial black and call it a day, you know?
Of these games that they've been remaking, this is probably one that doesn't need to really be remade.
When I first heard about remaking RE4,
I agree with
my
that.
first impression was that since the original is a masterpiece, a remake would be difficult. So I did.
Remember, number 2 game of all time in a magazine from 2007.
Didn't want to do it.
4, it's like a sharp dagger. You see how the original, where it just has like a roughy, gritty edge to it, you can just see the difference when it comes to the creativity.
No one's going to draw that R
The
unless you
remake
really
is soulless compared
being
to
an
this.
artist.
It really is. It's forgettable, and it feels like they found a formula, and they're just like, okay, now we could just remake
Shout out
anything
to
we
Avoiding
want.
the
They're
Puddle.
about to use that same formula to remake Code Veronica, RE5. They're just gonna do that shit until they've gotten as
Yellow
much
paint. That's
as they
just
can
crazy.
out of that engine.
Crazy.
Well, we could
you know, we can make Resident Evil 4
Look at
remake.
this.
What's the problem? And I think once upon a time, instead of making
Resident Evil 4,
people made
Resident Evil 4.
Once upon a time, they made things. For the first time, they made really impressive things.
Look, if you're young, I don't think you understand the size and the scope that was Resident Evil 4, considering what they were doing with the first initial 3 to 5 games. And I'm saying 5 because you got Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica, and Survivor. You know, just these Resident Evil games, they was just trying to do so many different things. But let's face it, guys. Even with the remake of 1 and 0, we as gamers, reviewers, even Capcom themselves was getting tired of the fixed camera angles, the way the game was played. Like they were getting bored of it. The fans were getting bored of it. So for them to come up with this new radical idea that would turn out to be Resident Evil 4, I don't think you guys understand the scope and the effort that was put into making this happen.
Once upon a time.
I've worked on a number of Resident Evil titles in the past, and honestly, I think the series had been recycling the same patterns, the same gameplay each time.
Yeah, just mention that, yeah.
The creators were starting to get bored with it, and many moved to other projects. So I spoke to Mikami-san, the director, and we talked about reshaping the series and winning back the fans, as well as winning over new fans who thought they would never play a Resident Evil game. So, in order to revitalize the series, we've given it a complete makeover.
I mean, this stuff was crazy as a long time
For its
fan.
time, it was the total game changer. They still make games copying what that game reinvented.
When the original came out, one of the biggest factors was how fresh the mechanics were. We knew from the start that in today's landscape, it wouldn't be possible to duplicate that. We never set that as a goal. Instead, our goal was to implement evolutions that have occurred since the original was released.
This rework has been simply titled Resident Evil 4, as if to say that this is the definitive edition of the game. But there's the problem. The definitive edition is, by that definition, the one that defines a work as an influence, the one that people will think of when they think of its name.
Left 4 Dead, yo. Booyah!
No, man. Resident Evil 4 takes it by a long shot.
Would anyone bother to remake this remake?
Is the action still there? Is the atmosphere and kind of like the more goofy elements of Resident Evil 4 still in there? And it's all in there.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
They just take the IP, the aesthetics, the branding of Resident Evil 4, and then they graft it on this lame Last of Us style ripoff.
I'm not gonna lie, I do remember playing that, and there were stealth kills in this game. My eyes rolled in the back of my head. You would damn near thought it was Undertaker. I'm like, why? Why do we have stealth kills in a Resident Evil game, dude? Like, and yeah, oh my God. You guys are probably gonna turn this video off after this, but look, I'm just keeping it real. I think The Last of Us might be one of the most overrated games in history. Just me. I did not play when it originally came on PS3. I played the PS4 version, and I remember really thinking this game was going to be great. Everybody was telling me how great this game was, and I was just playing. It was just like, okay, the intro is pretty intense. I'll give it that. But after a while, it just became throw a brick over here, run to the other side of the map. You know, like. It's okay. It's a good game, but is it the greatest game ever made? No. And for now, Resident Evil to basically take nods from that game, it's just like, bro, you're Resident Evil. You don't need to copy anybody else. You are the standard bearer.
Off with parries and stealth sections, and there we go. We did it. We remade the game.
I mean, come on, bro. Look at this.
Yo, it really is The Last of Us. That's wild.
It has all these different individual elements pulled from all these different sources.
Now, I just saw these two pictures, how they just flip flop. I saw someone on Twitter get so enraged, but it's like, how is this influencing blah, blah, blah. I don't care about the damn tweet. But remember, literally about 3-4 minutes ago in this video, they saw a R or a letter with some trees and some guitar twins. They say, Last of Us? Last of Us? Last of Us multiplayer? Hello? You can't sit there and tell me that their Last of Us fed brains thought that Resident Evil 4 Remake was Last of Us, because it's heavily influenced by it. It's pretty obvious when Last of Us fans thought that Resident Evil 4 Remake was Last of Us.
Then they're just kind of thrown into a blender. This is millennial game design, and that is your game.
What is this? I mean, the chainsaw guy was the marquee villain of RE4.
Yeah,
He's
right.
on the cover. You can't just trivialize the guy who's supposed to strike terror in your heart by Sekiro dinging his ass off you with a knife.
Putting that lifeline in place where it's like, oh, we know we can block the chainsaw. We know we can block it, so we're not scared of it anymore.
Yep.
It takes away the tension.
It does.
Whereas in this, you know you're going down when that chainsaw guy gets close.
And please, please do not be a moron. Do not be a moron and look at some video on Twitter or whatnot, where Leon is walking around in Resident Evil 4 at the beginning of the village in his damn RPD outfit with the damn riot shotgun. Clearly, that's New Game Plus, bro. That's not the way the game was intended to be played the first time around. Don't be fucking stupid. Don't be that guy saying, well, this isn't scary. Look at this guy. He's getting blasted away right at the beginning. Yeah, because you clearly have already beaten the game or used some fucking cheat and just try to just run through the game on baby mode.
There's a sense of tension there.
I mean, come on, bro. This is so dumb.
Come on, Capcom. Like, really? You ain't even gotta route your enemies no more. You don't need to do all that. All you gotta do is pop up LB to stop every single monster in the game.
Increase the durability of the knife, and then do it again!
So many knives.
I mean, they give you so many knives. It makes you wonder why even have durability if you're gonna have so many knives.
Oh, I have 2 more knives, you scrub. I didn't know I had so many knives.
In addition to that, the chainsaw guy in the original game, it's quick, it's sudden.
I saw someone complaining about this, how in Resident Evil 1, you get your head lopped off pretty freaking fast. And this
There's
game,
no fucking like, let me rev this chainsaw up, 10-second fucking little death scene animation. No.
you go through this whole, long Mortal Kombat style X-ray move, fatality scene, which is fine. But when I played the demo of this game and when the chainsaw guy came at me and he just lopped my head off for the first time, I wasn't expecting that, number one. And number two, I wasn't expecting so much. My mouth was agape on the floor. I couldn't believe him. Like, excuse me, game? I'm dead already? Like, what was that? Like, granted, you got hit once. Yeah, dude, the guy has a chainsaw. What you expect? This is what, but now you don't have to worry about that. I can just press L1 or LB.
Oh, your head's chopped off, you're fucking
Easy.
dead. Boom, out of nowhere. That was the beauty of that.
That was so cool.
So they just don't understand. They don't get it.
They've managed to.
I mean, look at this. Look at the "You Are Dead" art. AI slop. Art. Slop.
Suck all the character out of the UI of this game. The menus in the original RE4 had way more character, dirty, rusty, reflecting the game's environment. Now the UI has this cold, clean, empty, minimalist look, which doesn't suit the game. And even judged on those terms, it really lacks a sense of style.
You no longer get to see some cool animations.
That's
the files
effort.
lack the photographic detail that made them feel personalized in the original.
The whole screen would transition into an engaging piece of art for us to
they
absorb
couldn't do
ourselves
this?
into.
It's so fucking lazy, dude. Like, it's so sterile
You'd
and
go into a
clean,
certain
the
room, and
remake.
before you even knew what was in that room, you'd have that safe room music.
Oh, there's no safe room music.
What?
Ending a chapter used to have this unhinged, jittery text matching the crazy, macabre events unfolding, and cool blocks of writing on top of a bright, washed-out picture that made it look like some weird old case file being displayed on a projector.
They didn't get it. There's no character. No one's remembering that in 15 years. Forgettable, clinical, lack of any individuality. It's like a soulless corporate entity made this shit.
Coming in this section didn't give me the feeling that someone took the time to design any of this. No aesthetics to it whatsoever.
What?
It is just realism. At least it's, it's just realism. And this is when I also knew, this is like RE8. That's the first thing I thought of.
When you turn on a game, you see a bunch of stuff. Some of it you'll recognize. And then there are...
Now look, I don't have any qualms per se with Resident Evil 8 Village. I will say this though, with Resident Evil 8 Village, my initial reaction was when I beat that game, I said, this is a pretty good game, but I never want to play it again. So take that for what you will. I didn't want to play it anymore once I got done beating the game. That's just how I felt about Village. So it's only and I've only started up Resident Evil 9 Requiem briefly. I haven't been able to really sink my teeth into it yet. I've just been busy doing other things, but I want to. I didn't want to buy the game. Let me be honest with you, I didn't want to buy the game at first, but due to things, I game share. I said, fine, I'll get the game so my friend can play it and I'll get around to it eventually. Because I really, after Resident Evil 8, and between Resident Evil 8 and then 4 Remake, I've been kind of just like, you know what? I don't feel like giving Resident Evil or Capcom all my money at the moment, especially even though it has nothing to do with Resident Evil. Silent Hill F was kind of mid too, so I'm just like, you know what? I'll wait.
The things that make you go,
Megascans is one of the largest libraries of high-quality 3D assets. They're used in everything, from video games to movies, and there's over 14,000 assets.
It just feels way more generic. It feels like every other Resident Evil game, where 4 felt so distinctive.
Wow. Okay. That's dope. It reminds me of the Doom devs back in the day, taking pictures and shit from books. Well, even the old school Mortal Kombat devs, taking pictures and weird things.
Hey,
Using real
Mr.
life
Beast here. Today we're gonna buy every
God.
item in this store. Let's do it.
Resident Evil 4 will soon be getting the full modern Capcom facelift.
What are we doing?
Ooh, it's the same.
What are we doing?
What? Oh no.
All these games are asset flips, dude.
Oh no. What?
It's like literally the same thing.
The village in the original game
I
had
did
this
not know
really
that.
stark, empty, desolate ghost town feel to it that really was unnerving and eerie. Instead, what they went with the remake is that it's overgrown and cluttered.
It looks pretty linear. Like, when I mean linear, I mean super linear. Despite the old one being linear, it still felt pretty open. It still felt like you could go anywhere, despite you couldn't. It still looked and felt like you could go anywhere.
It felt too boxed in and way too cluttered.
And that's kind of the go-to plan for the remake is whenever we want to make something scary, let's just make it cluttered, dark, and bloody. That'll do the trick.
And they're shoving it down your throat. They're shoving it down your throat.
Mm-hmm.
Every freaking piece of this game is blood everywhere. Let's plaster blood everywhere in terms of the aesthetics and in terms of just overdoing it. In the original, you go into the village and you don't really know what the fuck's going on.
Yep, that's true.
There's one scene where, the lady's hung up by the pitchfork, but that's basically it until you get to the chainsaw guy.
And part of the mystery of this game is finding out what these new enemies are. I can't say that they are not zombies.
It looks like the people here carry out their lives like ordinary people. They even read books. Yeah.
The people in this house eat like normal humans. Huh, they use toilets. Guess they're at least somewhat civilized. I mean, they are human, as far as we're aware, right?
In the process, you'll find out who these people are and why they're doing what they're doing.
There's a build-up to it, and there's a build-up to it in a way that makes sense. This is coming right out of the gate with stupid shit.
No fucking way.
I'm not gonna lie. This reminded me of Final Fantasy VII Remake. They just open up the game, would just beat you over the head with, "Hey guys, this is really kooky. There's a cult here." Same thing with Final Fantasy VII Remake. "Hey guys, you know that guy that everyone loves, Sephiroth? He's in the first 15 minutes of the game fucking with Cloud. Even though in the original game you only saw his name maybe like twice from disc 1, didn't see him to disc 2, but in the remake, hey, jingling keys, here he is, guys." And then this stuff, like, why did they start off like this? Yeah, I didn't like that either.
In the original, the reason why the chainsaw guy was scary because he looked more human. In this, it's just like fucking like dinosaur eyes. It looks stupid. It's fake.
It feels so Halloween-y. Sacrificial lambs.
There's something far more unnerving about the villagers' lack of acknowledgement in the original RE4.
This is the beginning of the game?
They're just shoving it right in your face. Oh, this is spooky, you know. Let's remind the gamer that this is spooky.
When trying out this new camera, there was a lot of trial and error, seeing how close to or how far from the character would work the best.
You cannot move and fire at the same time, nor can you strafe from side to side as you can in a typical shooter. This dynamic has an exceptional way of heightening tension, since your foes love to try to surround you.
Whereas now with the remake and its generic third-person aiming, you're never wondering what's behind you. You know what's behind you. You can just start aiming at all directions.
You can reload mid-reposition while angling the camera to keep an eye on the enemy.
I'm constantly like rotating the camera.
Wow,
and
look how this baby
like,
mode this shit is.
What's behind me?
You don't have that whole risk-reward system of having to manage what's creeping up behind you.
Before, you were trapped in this cramped space with an unpredictable monster who would dip around all over the place chaotically. The camera system never quite allowing you to keep track of him at all times. Now the edges are sanded off and it's less intense, less memorable.
Yeah, you can see everything.
Plus,
you can see him
with a
everywhere.
narrower view, there's more tension, and by being up close, it's easier to feel like you're right there in the game.
It is not the way it is because it's an old game and the designers didn't know any better. It isn't outdated just because it isn't like every newer game.
カメラの画角、普通の TPS と今で言う TPS とも違う
But nowadays there's this assumption that adding features to make a game more in line with modern audiences' expectations automatically makes it better.
Yep.
Now when he runs, he has this weird sort of delay or inertia. He doesn't have precision in his movement. There's this heaviness, awkwardness to it where you're never quite fully in control of Leon's movement. And then on top of that, there's a lot of gun sway and there's a lot of imprecision with your aiming in terms of actually lining up and firing.
Wow, how did that hit the box, dude?
Yeah, the reticle's on the damn barrel.
Excuse me? Holding down while aiming for a few moments will increase the accuracy and chance of a critical hit.
Like, did you see that?
Sometimes shot will stagger, sometimes they don't.
Are you kidding me?
Drop the girl.
Oh wow, headshot! It didn't go down.
Dude, I kicked this guy and shot him in the head 4 times, and he's alive. What are you made of?
Furthermore, stuns come in the forms of so much fuckery in this game.
That hit me? No shot. Why is he so tanky?
Somebody can walk in a window, and if you're near that person when they climb in the window, you will get stunned.
Why can't I stun him jumping out the window?
The gameplay, it's not Resident Evil 4 gameplay. Like, I don't know what they were, like, Resident Evil 6 is more akin to Resident Evil 4 than this, because it is more action arcade.
They knew the fundamentals of what makes a game feel good.
You can lure enemies to a door, push a dresser in front of it to block them, and then shoot through the door to buy yourself more time.
It's literally...
What? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. No way. No shot.
You can lure enemies to a door, push a dresser in front of it to block them, and then shoot through the door to buy yourself more time.
Dude. You know, I don't want to... I don't want to be that guy, but when this old heads say modern games are trash, it's because you don't remember what we used to be able to do on such weaker hardware. It's like you can't shoot through a wooden door with your shotgun in this game. That's unbelievable. I'm telling you right now, I had no idea how limited this game is when it comes to just attention to detail. That's what it boils down to. Like, what is this? Like, man, oof.
It's literally in the manual. It's in the hints section. You can shoot enemies through wooden doors.
Ashley, get in the room. Get in the room. Run.
Where is he going?
In the originals, she's as easy to work with as AI companions come. She stays right behind Leon, and the camera even zooms out so that you don't lose sight of her.
Wait, follow me.
Nice.
All right, Ashley, wait here. No, Ashley, stay up here. With me. Oh my God, please don't. No problem. They're making me take her through the fucking maze.
You can no longer freeze her in place. Instead, you can only change the distance she follows you from.
Bro, how can you not run past? You're actually too slow.
You got Reviver.
Okay. Yeah. Because you have so much less control over her, and there always tends to be a gap of some kind between you, she naturally gets into more trouble.
Ashley, don't walk in front of the shotgun.
And too bad none of these. Hey, Ashley,
What is
get
he
your ass over here.
doing?
Oh God.
Bro, I don't want to hear shit about Sheva's AI from Resident Evil 5 ever again. It's looking at this stuff, dude. Like, come on, man. What is this?
Artificially stuck to you like a magnet and could wait or hide away whenever you tell her to on a moment's notice, which is why whenever she gets hurt or gets captured in the original game, it's mainly your fault for not positioning her correctly.
Ashley, get back in the fucking locker. Ashley!
Oh my goodness.
Ashley!
Now, I hope this is one of those things where, you know, somebody's going to be in the comments or say like, well, these people are playing horribly, just like how Game Grumps used to make Sonic look bad. I mean, look, that could be true, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case.
Amazing AI, dude! Woo! But I'm not even... I didn't even shoot her! Hello!
Wow.
Wait.
What the fuck was that about?
Are they behind me?
You're always wondering, wait, is something behind me? Is something behind me? Is something behind me?
Check them behind me.
It's the way the camera system creates that effect. And what's also beautiful about it is the art direction of the castle complements that. It is brightly lit. It is beautiful. It is ornate. And yet, something's off. Something is wrong. But that wrongness is subtle and disturbing. So what did they do with the remake? They turned it into a generic horror show.
Blatant, like, fucking, like, oh yeah, this is spooky.
Fog does not equal scary. I don't know what's up with modern remakes always have to add fog, and their fog is like overdone.
Instead, they just add shadows and smoke and red light and blood and writing on the walls and, oh, isn't that so scary?
Is Resident Evil 4 Remake scarier than the original?
Of course.
I think it's the opposite. In the original, Leon would make jokes only in cutscenes and comms calls. So all of the cheesiness was confined to intermittent cutscenes and comms calls.
Does Leon still say, and I quote, "I knew you'd be fine if you landed on your butt"?
In the remake, the cutscenes and comms calls are a lot more serious in tone. However, the remaining 95% of the game is punctuated by continuous quips and jokes from Leon while we were in the middle of combat.
Bill me for the repairs later.
Oh boy.
But I'm a one-lady type of guy. Sorry,
He turns into Sonic the Hedgehog now.
swinging those things. Guess your tap dancing days are over. God damn, you're a big boy. You got
What?
worms too?
What? Hold on.
You got worms too?
Dude, there's no way y'all have been telling me that this game is great and better or equal to the original game, guys. What are you... Is there a gas leak in you guys' house? There's no way y'all can really think this, right? I'm not saying it's a bad game, but let's not get it twisted and say this is a better game than OG. Cause this is ridiculous, bro. I'm actually like I said, I stopped playing this game 3 years ago. I wasn't feeling it. So I'm seeing things legit for the first time ever. And what? Hello? What are we doing here, Capcom?
Food for you. Ah, the entertainment. I guess this is their idea of a warm welcome. Not bad, right? Hi there. You okay?
Hey, dogs like me.
Think you can swallow me whole, huh? You guys are really starting to become a giant pain in my ass. Wow, Ramon, you are really slacking on your pest control. That's your true power? Oh, I'd ask for a refund.
Oh my God.
Jesus. Cuddly bastard. Twisty son of a bitch.
My point is that these stupid voice lines undermine the atmosphere completely, and due to their frequency, make getting immersed in the horror practically impossible.
You're Ramon's lapdog. Frozen's a good look for you. Sorry, must have slipped.
Oh my God, bro.
Looks like it's gonna take more than that.
Okay.
So we're playing hide and seek, is that it?
Oh, there's a window. We can't go through the window? What the hell? But it's got tape on it.
I haven't seen any yellow marked barrels yet. Oh, is that yellow jizz or is that just hay?
For our game designers, affordance is a great way to communicate to the player what they can interact with or where they can go. It's not a single color that's important. It's using consistent color and shapes in the context of the environment.
Fuck it. Cheer up, crew cut. You taking notes?
Instead, why don't we literally paint lines in the level that the players can follow, even though it looks absolutely absurd?
I don't know what
I fucking blow a gasket at this yellow paint stuff. And the problem is there are so many dumb casual gamers that clearly haven't played a video game but day before in their life that says, what's the problem with this? You know, and the beauty of it is I've played some older games that have yellow paint, if you will, like Halo. Halo 1 has a form of yellow paint. It's like in these little light beacons, whatever, but it's done in a way that's so subtle. It's like, it's not a big neon light that says, hey, moron, go this way. It's subtle. Doom Eternal has a lot of green lights, but it makes sense in the environment on where to go. But there's a way of doing it, and the way they did it, why is this splotch of yellow paint right there? What's the purpose of it? It makes no sense. It's just some dude just threw a bunch of yellow paint at the wall and all right, call it a day. At least before I played in Resident Evil 9, the yellow paint is like police caution tape early on. So it's like, at least it's cleverly done, but this is a joke. Final Fantasy VII Remake does that same shit too. Once again, yeah, I'm gonna keep shit on that game anytime I can. It's just like, bro, can we stop treating the gamer like morons? But unfortunately, a lot of these casual gamers, if they don't have an arrow pointing exactly where to go at all times, they have no clue. They have no idea how to explore anything. Imagine there was a bunch of yellow paint in Resident Evil 1 original or 2 original. Like, there's a reason why this franchise became super successful, because the fans were smart enough to figure it out.
Search and data they found from players, but clearly someone suggested to Capcom like they need more guidance. They get upset when they get lost and frustrated, and then they have a tendency to not continue playing. And that's why Capcom has plastered this game with nothing but
the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line.
I just played this game too.
How simple is that?
Thanks for the yellow paint. Never would have thought to walk up here.
I've seen some dumb sections where it's like, why is the yellow paint there? Like, is the player that stupid?
Fight them off. Okay.
We are aiming to create a Resident Evil 4 that everyone can enjoy. So please look
Do that,
forward.
everyone. Yep, that's scary.
Thank you so much.
Why didn't you show the laser, bro? Why didn't you show the laser? Why didn't they show the laser?
How do you look at the original game and say, oh, let's change this to a generic crosshair?
That's
I
another
always
good
thought
point.
The laser sight was a more immersive reticle than putting a white dot in the middle of the screen. You can unlock laser sights later, but you can only equip them to certain guns.
That's dumb.
You only get it on 2 weapons, fellas. That's it? That's it?
Hey, this doesn't fit on the Red 9.
So the guy that told me the lasers in the game lied to me.
It's all in there.
That won't cover it, I'm afraid.
You have to do side quests to unlock the fucking laser?
Oh my god.
I mean, it's a Ubisoft game.
Hey, why not go through that area again and kill 3 rats?
Whoa, whoa. Okay, you know what? I didn't know. Okay. Oh, I didn't know this video was going to go down a rabbit hole, and I don't want to waste a lot of time with this video, guys. I did not expect me to pause every 5 seconds. This video has like 20 minutes, and I will put the link to the video if you haven't seen it already. There's stupid Final Fantasy VII Remake type side quests in Resident Evil 4. Kill some rats? Oh, fuck off. Oh my god, dude. What? I can't believe this. No one told me about this stuff was in this game. How in the hell were y'all saying that this game was great and this game is good? You know damn well if this was Sinister House, y'all be shitting on this game, but because it's Resident Evil 4 and Leon Kennedy's in the game, y'all just glaze over this stuff. This is ridiculous.
Seriously, guys? Kill 3 rats, sell 3 vipers, kill another 3 rats, shoot some more blue medallions.
And of course, the way it works, like with all remakes, is that Capcom have taken the level design of Resident Evil 4 and stretched it out.
It's more open and explorable than before, but even if you mainline it, it doesn't feel as tight.
It feels like I'm just doing errands around the lake.
I feel like there needs to be a little more sense of urgency when it comes to that.
What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle.
And I hate, okay, I'm looking at my time clock. I will give this video a minimum of 7 more minutes. Here's the thing. I detest these games that want to have this major mission. I have to say the president's daughter, she's in trouble. That is the mission, no matter what. What was it at? In Final Fantasy VII Remake, the city under the plate was getting attacked by Shinra, whatever, right? We have to get back there. Everyone's getting bombed and there's shit going on. We gotta get back to save Marlene Alden, whatever, right? But you know what? I think we should do this side quest and deal with these ghost kids on the path over there, because that's more important right now than our friends getting slaughtered. Why? Like, do these game devs have any concept of pace and just their own story? But they gotta find some way to stretch the game out, 50 hours for no damn reason. And it just makes the real meat and potatoes game just kind of suck.
What is this now? Oh, dear Lord.
The pacing in the original game is incredible. It's one of the highlights of that experience. You can't fuck with that.
Many of these areas seem to be gated off, but can be accessed by solving small puzzles.
That's just going to make the extension of this game, padded garbage.
Shit, they took my gear. Hey, am I tripping? Where's all my stuff?
Pull the first switch, pull the second switch up top, drop down, go through the door, activate the next switch, go through the door, activate the next switch, go through the door, activate this switch.
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna lie, this game is dragging.
You have those forced in-game cutscenes and Leon starts moving really fucking slow, or you gotta squeeze through this thing, or you gotta like move that thing like an RE2 remake.
This is not a load screen. You think this is a load screen?
Got it. Sorry. I'm counting on you.
Tedious. Can we just go? Tedious.
It's open.
I owe you one.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Is this like a fucking section? It is. Forced. Walk in chat. Load screen. I love you, Ashley section. Damn it. You can't skip it? You're gonna take out the container boss and you're gonna put this shit in, dude?
What? Well,
that's not our policy. You have to order something from the lunch menu.
I don't want lunch. I want breakfast.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm really sorry.
It's one of my favorite parts of the entire game, having to rush through this small.
That part was cool, yeah.
While the clock is ticking.
It was a fucking terrifying sequence, and that challenged
they took
your head
this
a
out the
little
game
bit because you had to figure out where to go within that maze. And in addition to that, he was attacking, and in addition to that, you were on a timer.
Timer, yeah.
So you had 3 things go on at once, and that's why they cut it. It was too difficult.
I'm thinking to myself like, hey, did this part happen? And then it's like, it didn't happen. And I'm past it already. It seems like they've cut a lot out.
The stuff they've added doesn't begin to cover the worth of what we lost. You're creating a remake and it has less content than the original version that was almost 20 years old.
This is what I mean, dude. All they do is fucking remove shit. Why? It's a fucking remake, dude. Are you remaking the game? Or fucking what?
What?
Wow, man.
Come on, man. No rope?
There's a bunch of shit that is removed, and it's a continued tradition here with these RE Engine remakes.
For some reason, I do not see nobody talking about cut content in this game. To call out Resident Evil 3 Remake cut content and not call this game...
Yeah, see, I look, bro, I'm ignorant. I told y'all, I didn't play this game. I didn't care. I didn't want to play this game. And now it looks like I was justified in my decision not to play this fucking game because I didn't realize all the stuff they cut out. They made a great point. Why are none of y'all mentioning this? Look, I got no qualms shitting on Resident Evil 3 Remake, okay? Because Resident Evil 3 Remake, we all know, Resident Evil 3, excuse me, was a short game as it was. Okay, we get that. But, so you figure that Remake would expand a little bit. No, you made it even shorter. But this, holy smokes, bro. Like, I didn't realize they took so much stuff out. And I have, you know what? I'm going to have some conversation with some of my Resident Evil fans about this. Y'all didn't tell me nothing about this stuff, dude. Y'all just kept telling me this game is great and the original's always going to be there. And just get with the times, old man. Well, if this is what the times are, it's no wonder that I'm playing number retro games on my channel. Because this is a joke. This is an absolutely sad joke. And I'm giving this video 2 more minutes.
Came out for cut content. Can't help you. I can't help you.
You can't talk to him? What?
Like, if you want to talk about unrealistic, like the Salazar statue and how stupid that played out in the original, that doesn't make sense, right? And then you have this massive roller coaster underground. It is so unrealistic, it's not even fun. Like, it actually just takes you out of the experience.
It's Donkey Kong Country.
This grounded approach.
Which feels like an anticlimax. Increasingly a scripted, Uncharted-style Sony set piece rather than an engaging death trap that you have to use real ammo
I remember that the Minecraft was way different from this.
Saws and ganados dropping directly into your cart.
When they approached Capcom to release the original trilogy,
okay, I'm going to end up this.
Capcom literally met them with, "Why would you want the old games when we have the superior remakes?" And I'm just like, huh?
They didn't do the Resident Evil 4.
Can we please stop hiding the classic Resident Evil title call behind the OG soundtrack swap?
So that's DLC though?
Pay extra.
Wow.
A little while after the game was released, new DLC was added into the game in the form of purchasable, exclusive upgrade tickets for your weapons in the shop.
You have a ticket, do ya? Nice.
All the decent attaché cases that are actually worth jack shit are locked behind the deluxe edition DLC that I didn't buy.
Unlocks additional treasures that cannot be found with the various treasure maps obtainable in the game. Yo, that seems a little
OP.
Yeah.
Pay to win.
It does point them out to you, but it also just creates new ones that didn't exist before that.
Oh my
That's the
goodness.
Pay to win treasure.
Pay to win.
This one right here. Sapphire, boom. That's an extra 4K that I wouldn't normally have. Like, that's so lame.
The Mercenaries mode, a staple of the Resident Evil franchise, was also not included in the game at launch. We had to wait later for an update. When it finally...
Here we go. Mercenaries mode. You know, there's a lot of physical media bros on there on social media talking about, oh, well, you know, I want my games on a disc. I need my physical media, blah, blah, blah. But yet and still, these companies are delaying content. So your Mercenaries mode isn't on the fucking disc. So your complete game that you bought on your PS4, because I refuse to buy this on a game key card, well, you don't even got the full freaking game. But guess what? This got Mercenaries on it. No problem. And you got the PS2 version, you get separate ways. But I think I don't need to worry about that version because I got the Wii version and it has Mercenaries and separate ways on here. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Did come out, it was unfinished, as Ada and Wesker were nowhere to be found, and there was one less stage.
Waterworld was a huge and elaborate stage, but the docks is just a small square. And this stage is also ripped from the story where Leon has his final battle with Sadler.
So much for no cut content.
I think my favorite thing in this whole fucking game is those bald dudes in the castle that like kidnap Ashley and go like
Don't intimidate fuck with these guys too though. I'm about to end this video. Yeah, these dudes weren't dope.
They took those guys out, dude.
That's a part of the mood, the vibe, the atmosphere. You never not hear the fucking voices.
Yeah, they're quite quiet in this game.
Notice that there's no interaction or any talk between the villagers.
What?
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, they were calling things out in the original game.
There's no vibe here. There's no atmosphere. You're getting nothing except gibberish now.
A big part of that game's charm is what the enemies say. The voice lines.
¡Por allí! ¡No dejes que se escape! Vayan por detrás. Who are these people?
Yeah, you actually learned a lot of Spanish in this game, low-key. Vámonos.
Chainsaw.
And if you speak Spanish, this was like really cool. You knew exactly what they're saying.
Shit. Te voy a matar.
Te voy a matar. This game is so sick, dude.
Oh, go Halo. Please get him. I always have to say go Halo. Go Halo.
Leon?
Just stay close.
Is there a single go hello in this entire section?
It's still there. They still have the same quotes, but it seemed less energetic.
¡Un forastero! ¡Ahí está! ¡Agarradlo! ¡Muerte!
Where's the energy in the performances? I mean, they're shouting in the original.
¡Un forastero!
Oh, yeah, man. Where's the energy? Where's the passion? Where's Resident Evil 4 at?
Ahí están, matando.
You're not getting the delivery in these performances anymore.
Welcome, stranger. Obey. Obey the voice of our Lord. The blood has accepted the gift.
Oh, my
These
God.
characters sound like a parody of their former selves.
This game is a parody. That I'm going to end it off right there. Resident Evil 4 Remake is a parody of Resident Evil 4. This is not a good game, okay? I was right in my decision not to play this shit when I got it 3 years ago. I'm so glad I didn't buy this. I didn't buy this game, and If I do decide to play this game, I'm going to play it on PC. I'm going to mod the hell out of it. And there's going to be some big exaggerated body parts. At least I can enjoy it that way. Because what Capcom gave us is trash. And I don't see how anyone could watch this video and sit there and say that Remake was a good game. It's not. It's soulless trash. And I don't like it. So look, I'm pretty sure this video is easy to find, but I'll put the link in the description. Watch it for yourself. There's still about 13 more minutes of content I'm gonna watch off camera, and just I need a drink because this is a joke. And yeah, man, I'm gonna get back to retro games. I will maybe one of these days I will play this on stream because this remake's trash. Modern games are trash, and I'm over it. This is Advanced Boss, and I will see y'all guys later, man. Ridiculous.